Hi there, it's Hernandez. Today is day 9, and I promised that at some point in time in the videos that I would do a juice. So today I'm going to walk you through a juice. Here is my wonderful organic juicer, and I'm just going to walk you through a simplistic juice. So basically what I have is a few cucumbers. So I'm going to just chop the ends off of those. Now you don't have to necessarily chop the ends off, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to chop them into sections that will fit easily in my juicer. So it kind of helps it to go a little smoother rather than placing the whole thing in, which you could do that as well. I also have a batch of celery, which I'm going to do the same thing with that. I'm just going to chop the very end off of that and then kind of chop the tops off. Now you can use the tops, and I'm going to have the tops in a moment. We are going to use the tops. And then I have a bunch of carrots here, some nice juicy organic carrots. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing with those. I'm just going to chop off the ends and put that here in my little waste pile. Now, my waste pile I can do several different things with my waste pile. I can either put that in the organic compost, or I can go ahead and push it through my juicer and make a little bit of a pulp with it, and then I can make I can either use it for my nori roll-ups, or I can use it for my my beet balls is what I call them. They're whenever you process the beets, the pulp that comes out of the beets. So here are just a few. I'm going to go ahead and cut up a couple more, since I'm going to go ahead and use all of this in one thing, because if you work with the juicer, you know that the more that you can do at that time, the better. Simply because if you're going to clean, you might as well go ahead and do it all at the same time. So I'm going to kind of get all these ready. What I have to also add to the juice is garlic and ginger. And so I'm going to just chop that up to make it a little bit easier. Just a tad easier. You don't have to do that. I'm just trying to make sure that I can do that for my blender. Okay, so now that I have all my vegetables ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and apply them into my juice. Now this might be kind of loud, so I'll kind of slice this up a little bit. But what you want to start with first is usually the celery. The reason is because the fibers in the celery, I personally like to have that separate rather than my beets and my carrot pulp and my cucumber or any other type of vegetable that I put in, because it's easier to work with all of those vegetables without the celery stringiness. Now you can use the celery if you cook food and you want to put it into your soup. That works out really well. But whenever I do my beet balls, or I do my nori sheets wraps or anything like that, then I like to have that texture without the stringiness. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get everything in place. We're going to start with the celery. We're going to turn it on. Go ahead and do all of it. Now you may have a different type of juicer, but I wanted to kind of show you what that one stalk, that's a stalk of celery, and that makes approximately like right over a cup, so about 9 ounces. So that's actually great. Now you can go ahead and just drink that if you'd like, or you can add more things to it. Celery is an organic form of sodium. So if your body is craving salty foods or sodium-rich foods, you might think of doing some juices with your main base of celery. The other reason I use celery is because it's fairly inexpensive, and one whole stalk like that or a bunch like that will make a lot of liquid. Compared to 2 beets, will make a very small amount of liquid. So that's step number 1. I'm going to pour some of that extra out in a jar. I'll leave some of it in. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Celery juice by itself is so super yummy. So I highly suggest you just drinking some of that by itself. Next, we're going to go ahead and add the cucumber. But what I wanted to show you was the pulp. And the pulp, I don't know if you can necessarily see this or not, but the pulp has some stringy fibers in that. Now that I would not use in most of my wraps. So you can actually take that and leave that to the side. Now that we've finished with the celery, we're going to add the cucumber. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this started. Chopped into small pieces actually makes it easier and faster. Now I'm going to take some of that juice and set that aside. Perfecto. That is so great. Get my juice started over here in this little jar. Now we're going to do the carrots. So I'm going to turn it back on. Carrots are always so pretty. I love that color so much. Add the ginger and add the garlic into our little juice. Oh, that smells so good. Fresh ginger is just insane. Oh, and there comes the garlic. Woo! The best. Good too. Yummy. And there you have it. That's great. That's super easy to do. Once this drains off a little bit, I'm going to add this to my juice, and then I'm going to show you all of them separate. So I have quite a bit of juices actually. I have 2 big glasses here, probably both over 10 ounces, and then I have a few 8 ounces over here. So we have quite a few. I mean, you can see how much we had, and that's enough juice for pretty much for me all day. So there you have it. It's really simple, really easy to do. Just use a few ingredients, and you can use whatever you have at home. Yeah, so that was the end of my day 9. I just thought that I would share a juice with you today. It's been super easy. Tomorrow is Blessed Easter Sunday, so I'm going to take the day tomorrow to do juicing and cleansing, and then I will have a short video tomorrow, day 10, on the reasons and the factual information behind cleansing and fasting, and how it actually came about and how it's been used for thousands and thousands of years. But anyway, so here is to your health, and wow, that garlic is so good. I might have, next time I might do this with just the ginger, because that ginger just smells so great. So anyhow, thank you so much. If you want this recipe, go to simplyrawesome.com, and I will check you out tomorrow for day 10. Ooh, root me on. Pat me on the back tomorrow, I suppose. And I'll see you then, okay? Have a great day. Bye. Mm.